Starpeople, Bree Marie, back with you today. I hope everyone's doing well. So today, things are a little different. It is going to be my first recorded video with the camera and the ring light and inside instead of being outside and doing it on my phone. So I'm pretty excited, but I don't know how it's going to go yet. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to learn and a lot of mistakes. But today I want to talk to you about some really interesting meditations that I've had. Everything from seeing star people to angel beings to sensations to finding out my soul name. So some pretty exciting stuff today. So the first thing that I want to start with is, okay, so the first one that we are going to discuss is my meditation to with this Lumerian Starseed crystal. So this crystal isn't just a Lumerian. It is it has messages and records actually stored in it. And I know that this isn't gonna focus because I haven't figured that out yet. But a Lumerian Starseed actually has information stored in it. Now, I did not know this when I received it. I actually didn't know that it was even a Lumerian. So this was actually one of my first times meditating, believe it or not, 6 months ago. I didn't know anything about meditation. I had never meditated before a day in my life. I actually connected meditation with yoga and chakras, and it just wasn't for me. I never had any interest in it, but I was extremely spiritual aware. I was very connected with spirit. It just never came. So as my spiritual journey progressed and I started to be more still and silent and receive messages, be open to receiving messages from the universe and from spirit guides and from angels and from ancestors and you know, there's always so many people talking to you if you listen to it, if you pay attention. So I started, I don't even know why or how it happened, but one day I was like, hey, I'm gonna meditate. And to me, what that meant was to be in nature, to be still in nature, with my eyes open at first. You know, I would just sit outside in silence and look around and try to clear my mind. And then next came I would lay down. That's comfortable for me. I would find a comfortable position, which was most likely laying in my bed. And then I would close my eyes. And this is still in silence, you know. I didn't know how it went, so I was doing my own thing, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. There is no right way or wrong way to meditate. And then after a while, I decided to start, after a while, I mean like a couple weeks, not very long, start wearing a blindfold. And this is because I move my eyes a lot when I'm meditating. I'm looking at stuff, you know, especially if I'm trying to astral travel. I am still seeing with my eyes even though they're closed. So it's really important to be able to move them without them opening. So what a blindfold does for me is it enables me to keep my eyes shut while I'm looking around in there. So I did make a post about this on Twintuition, but if you haven't seen that, even if you have, stick around because there's more coming after this. I really wanted to talk about it. It's super exciting stuff. So to recap a little bit of what I posted in Twintuition about a month ago about this Lumerian Starseed meditation that I had is there are actually 4 ways to see. Well, at least if you're psychic. And I'm sure that anybody can start to learn how to open up to some of these other ways of seeing. Okay, so there are actually 4 ways to see, and the first one is obvious. It's with your eyes open. And then the next is your imagination, right? You can see in your imagination what you're creating. It can be anything, whatever you decide. And then you can actually, when you're meditating with your eyes closed, you can actually still see with your eyes. You can still see with your eyes with them closed. And if you practice and you meditate and you focus long enough, at first it started to be stars for me, which was like pinpricks, but I had a blindfold on in the dark, so, and they were very bright, they were very prominent stars, and I could actually almost make constellations. And then after a while, you almost get to, when you focus long enough, and I mean, I'm looking around, it's really hard to look straight with your eyes closed. This only people who meditate would understand this. So eventually I start to see what is almost like the northern lights, like the aurora lights, with my eyes closed, these bright yellow lights, you know, and you can actually, I can look at them. I could move my eyes around and I could look at them and I could see them, and it was pretty incredible. And mind you, this was in silence. This was in absolute silence, either with the Lumerian or without. That's not a part of this. But the fourth way of seeing that I wanted to mention is if you're clairvoyant. If you have clairvoyant abilities, what you're seeing isn't so much what you're creating in your imagination. It's actually with your third eye. So it's entirely different because your imagination isn't your third eye. You can still see in your imagination and have a blocked or closed third eye completely. So, wow, I can't even talk. So if you have clairvoyant abilities, then you can actually see in 4 different ways. So what happened with me in this Lumerian was I was laying in bed with my blindfold on in the dark, in silence, while my kids were taking a nap, and I'm asking for signs, I'm asking for messages, and I'm trying to clear my mind and really not think about anything specific, but your brain is always going, you know, it's always going, it's always going. So that's really the main key, is to focus on your breathing and to get it to try to tone it down if you can't shut it off. So I'm trying to see with my eyes closed. Just, you know, I saw the stars, I saw the northern lights, the aurora lights, and then I was trying to see images. Not images in my third eye, not images in my imagination, images with my eyes closed. Because believe it or not, when I focus for long enough, I can start to make out different shapes and different lines. And so I was trying to, you know, really focus on what I could see. And clear as day, clear as a bell. And I even said it to myself, and I don't watch Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm not into anything Trekky. I mean, I'm sure I've seen Lord of the Rings, so maybe that's where my connection was. But I saw it, but I don't know all of the people. The guy looks like a star person. I swear it was almost him. And I saw it on my right side with my eyes, behind my eyelids, but I'm not looking at my eyelids, right? I'm deep in a meditative state. I'm traveling around. I'm all over the place. So on the right side, with my eyes, when I looked up and right, coming at me was, and I just said to myself, I said, star person, that's a star person. And I was like, thank you. You know, I was like, yes, thank you. Because you always want to say thank you to the universe. You always want to say thank you for the messages that you receive and show gratitude. Because you are so blessed, you know, to be able to be open enough to communicate with the spirit world. It's really special. So I was like, yeah, you know, that's cool. And I didn't think anything of it. He just came up, and I say he, and what it really was a person with pale skin, with white hair, and a very direct gaze, and it was very, with my own eyes, this was not in my imagination or with my third eye, coming at me, and then just kind of dissolved. It was really amazing. So I didn't think anything of it, right? I didn't even know what this was. So at the time, I was just like, okay, no big deal. And then I think it was the next day or even 2 days later when I found out more information about what a Lumerian starseed crystal is. I immediately made the connection. I was like, starseed crystal. I looked up Lemuria because I didn't have anything. I had no idea. And then I was like, holy shit, I saw a star person. And I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot recreate a meditation. Whatever happens to you, show your gratitude, because chances are good you will never get that exact image, moment, feeling back again like you did. And don't try to recreate it, because you're going to waste the next 5 or 6 meditations asking for this star person to come back. Not that that's what I did or anything. And they're going to come, they're going to come. I didn't even ask when they came, and I hadn't even cleansed it yet. Like, it's crazy. So that told me right there that this Lumerian has been waiting for hundreds of years. It was probably mine before in a past life, and I seriously believe that with my soul. It was waiting for me. It was meant for me. And he was saying, hey, here I am. You're part of the family. You have a Lumerian soul and background, and welcome home. So that was pretty crazy. So that is the first meditation experience that I want to talk to you about today. So the next is one of my favorites. The next is one of my absolute favorites, because I learned something really special about myself. I learned my soul's name. I found this Akashic record meditation, guided meditation. It was like 25 minutes long, and I thought it was pretty neat. And I always meditate with crystals, but I never have meditated with my blue kyanite, with any stones or anything like that. So I just kind of kept ignoring it, and I was like, well, that's rude. Maybe I should give it a shot, So I'm meditating, listening to this guided meditation, holding this blue kyanite, and she gets towards the end of it. What the meditation was it's Akashic, going through the Akashic records to learn to find the book in the encyclopedias of the Akashic records for your soul's name. And I have a very overactive mind. So when she's saying you're on the 5th step, and there's 4 steps left to go, I'm literally, I'm there, I'm balancing on this step, and I'm doing everything I can to not run down and just open the door, and I know I'm supposed to be getting to this book, so I'm like, don't think about it, don't open the book, don't find the book yet, just wait for her to get there. So that's fun when you're meditating, you're trying to silence your mind, but at the same time, you really are so eager to get to find out. So I didn't think, not that it would work, I didn't think that it would be as profound as it was. So she gets to the point where you go down the stairs, and I'm gonna link all of these the crystals that I've used, that I had these experiences with, as well as the meditations that I used as well. I'll have those linked in the description box, because you definitely need to check them out. And I'm always looking for new meditations, so write in the comments, give me more ideas. I love it. So I go down the stairs, I go through this door, and then I'm in this library full of books, and then you find your book, and these are like super old books. You find your book, and you're supposed to open your book, and then you're supposed to see your name. Okay, so I am predominantly clairaudient, which means that clear hearing. I hear things. That's I make jokes about it, but I do have clairvoyant abilities too. And I'm trying not to discourage myself by thinking, man, you're not going to see anything. You're going to open this book and you're not going to see anything, or you're going to see like 50,000 names, or it's not going to work. And I'm trying so hard to get myself out of that mind frame. So I open my book and I look down, and I don't see anything, right? I don't see anything. I heard it, and I heard nothing else. I heard Emery. Emery. E-M-E-R-Y. Emery. And I know that's how it's spelled, even though I didn't see it. So my soul's name is Emery. I mean, how cool is that? That is the coolest thing in the world. I didn't hear a bunch of names. I didn't question it. I wasn't thinking on the way down the stairs, oh, what if it's Jessica? What if it's Jamie? What if it's Jennifer? I don't know why I just went with a bunch of J names, but I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to stay on the stair. And I was excited to get down to the book, but I wasn't trying to create what was going to happen. I was trying to not psych myself out that it wasn't going to happen. So that was so cool. I heard it loud, too, loud. Emery. And I was like, whoa, holy shit. Like, that's my soul's name. And I guess it can be an either sex name, right? It can be a male or a female, so it's kind of perfect to be my soul's name. I love it. I love that. So that's my story with blue kyanite in the Akashic Records guided meditation that I'm going to link down below. Let's see what we have next. Okay, guys, so the next meditation experience of mine that I want to share with you is another pretty exciting one, and this one was with this beautiful amethyst. It's just like, it's not man-made shaped, it's a nice raw chunk of amethyst. I love it. Ever since I got it, I've just been holding it. I hold it, I love it. So I was doing this 20-minute guided aura cleanse, which I'm going to link below. And so, you know, it starts at the root chakra, and I've got my eyes closed, I have my blindfold on, and I'm holding this, gosh, I forget now if it was pointing out or pointing towards me. But I love to rub it. I'm holding it, just this amethyst. And so, okay, cool. I cleanse it. I'm seeing the spinning wheel. I'm cleansing my aura and my chakras. And then we move up, you know, sacral, solar plexus. Okay, cool. Nothing special, unique, or out of the ordinary. And then we get up to my heart chakra. And this is where stuff gets crazy. So, again, I should be seeing black, right? Or unless I'm specifically trying to astral travel, then I will be seeing with my eyes closed, with my eyes. But I wasn't trying to do that. So I'm kind of like in my imagination, imagining these spinning wheels of energy, trying to cleanse my aura and cleanse my chakras. I keep saying chakras. Chakras. So I get up to my heart chakra, and all of a sudden, filling in my whole eyes is this most beautiful teal. It was like a teal green. It wasn't just like your regular ordinary green. It was a teal green, and it wasn't faint. It was bold. And I'm literally seeing this, and I'm like, this is so beautiful. This is amazing. You know, thank you, thank you. Wow, look at that. It's just so bright, and it was so beautiful. It was amazing. So then we move up to the throat chakra, and this color changes. It changed as I was changing, as I was switching chakras. It changed from this beautiful teal green to this incredible blue, to this beautiful blue. And again, it wasn't just like a standard blue, and it was bright. It was almost so bright that I'm squinting with my eyes closed. Like, can you imagine that? It was incredible. So as we're on the throat chakra, and I start to see the blue, then I start getting the tingling in my crown chakra. I'm getting tingling in my neck, and I'm just like, yeah, yes, you know, this is awesome. This is a really good one. I'm cleansing the shit out of my chakras right now. And then, so we move up to the third eye, and this is where shit starts to really hit the fan. So my eyes closed with blindfold on start doing this. If I can keep my fingers together, I can't. But you get the idea. Like, my eyes were like darting back and forth, and it wasn't controlled. I wasn't doing it. I'm actually thinking to myself as it's happening, holy shit, what's happening right now? But I wasn't trying to stop it. I wasn't scared. I was going with it. And I mean, my eyes are closed, and they're just like boom, 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 and it's very methodical. It was like a ticking. And you know, this intense tingling. Like, I'm starting to get tingling right now just talking about it, to be completely honest. Oh, amazing. So my eyes are going batshit crazy, and I'm consciously thinking about how I know what's happening. Like, I don't know, but I know. And I'm seeing these amazing deep colors. I've got tingling like I do right now. I can feel everything just opening and balancing, and it was the most incredible chakra balancing that or aura cleansing that I've ever experienced. It was absolutely out of this world. It was crazy. It was so cool. So yeah, and then we moved to the crown, and you know, the color went away, and my eyes stopped on their own after we switched from the third eye. Like, kind of wake me out. Like, my eyes are watering just talking about it. It's really insane. It's intense, and the tingling was out of this world. And I'm just gonna say that this is a meditation, with or without an amethyst. You know, just, you need to try this one. So it's gonna be linked below. Check that out, and also tell me, leave comments about any of your insane meditation experiences. I'd love to hear about them, so I know I'm not the only one. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but we need to talk about it more, right? Okay, guys, here's the next one. This one's pretty incredible too. So look at this amazing selenite slab. Isn't it so beautiful? So I got this about a month ago, and for the first 2 or 3 weeks, I only ever used it to cleanse and charge my crystals. I'd sit them right on there, and that was pretty much its main purpose. I never thought to meditate with it, and it just hadn't crossed my mind. And then one day, out of nowhere, I think it was last Friday, I was really focusing on the heart chakra, and I was having a difficult week. So I was meditating. A lot of heart stuff going on. So I don't even know where I got the idea to grab the selenite slab. And so I'm sitting in my bed with my legs crossed, and I didn't have a blindfold on this time. Go figure. And I'm just holding it, you know, I'm holding it like this, but down in my lap. And I'm holding it, and I have my eyes closed. And as soon as I picked it up and I closed my eyes, you will never imagine what happened. Like, I went from meditating on my heart chakra. I think it was a guided meditation, a guided healing meditation. So I was listening to what the guide was saying, and I was following it. So I was in a certain frame of mind. I wasn't thinking about what I'm going to be telling you about. It was a Kundalini activation. Kundalini, it must be Kundalini. A Kundalini activation HZ frequency. So I'm listening to that with my earbuds in, no blindfold, pick this up, hold it in my lap, and then as quick as that, I see with my third eye, not with my eyes closed and not with my imagination. I was not creating or inventing this. I started seeing what looked like a family or a small tribe of, and I started to correlate it with the star person that I saw with the Lumerian, but it wasn't, because these beings, although they had a paler skin and light blonder hair, they also had wings. They had wings, and the men had, I don't even want to call them horns, because they're not horns. There was nothing like evil or demonic or anything about it, but they had like these little nubs, so you could tell the men apart. The infants, I'm talking about women and men holding babies up, holding babies up above their head, and babies look like little angels with little wings, and they're naked. And then I'm just letting this happening. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. What am I seeing right now? And with my third eye, it was like I could still look around and like look over here and then move and look over here. And we're talking like being way up on a hillside, way up, like very, very high, way high up. I know that much. And there was a waterfall, a huge waterfall in the background. So like a waterfall, and then this cliff, this grassy knoll, like way up on the top of a mountainside or a hill or something. And they're all hanging out up there, which obviously I guess they could fly, so they could go anywhere they wanted to. and I could look out at the sky, and it was one of those things where you could see, I say one of those things, one of those pictures you see of being on a planet where you can see two moons, or you can see other planets, because I could literally up close see not just a moon, one moon and stars, but there was like you could see one moon close up and then another moon over here, and they were all so happy. So I was just overwhelmed with this presence, this feeling of unconditional love and peace and tranquility, and it was like I was there, like I was there. It wasn't like I was watching it on TV or watching something play out in my imagination. It was just absolutely, and there were so many of them, and they were coming and they were going, and they were interacting, and they were so happy, and they all had wings. And then I even saw an elder with a long beard tied at the bottom. Like, I can't make this shit up. I really can't make this shit up. And he was like the wise shaman elder of the group. I don't even know who these people were. I don't even know, but it felt almost like I was in Lumeria, but different. Okay, so lastly, I want to show you guys real quick what I am going to meditate on. This is Moldavite, and I am not going to meditate with this. You really don't have to. Like, if I just hold it in the palm of my hand for like 2 seconds, it immediately starts to tingle, and the reaction is incredible. And I was outside just with nature, call it meditating. I was, eyes open, just kind of like getting lost in nature. And the effect that the Moldavite has, you do not need to do anything overly intense with that. But I do have this clear quartz record keeper that I just got. It has a little triangle right there, which is what makes this a record keeper, unlike the Lumerian Starseed, which has striations. That's what makes this a record keeper. So this little triangle here, I'm super excited to do meditation with that. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I have a double terminated clear quartz that I am learning how to balance out and transfer energy with. That I want to do a meditation with that. And then this bad boy, my new favorite, this beautiful Smokey quartz tower. This is something, probably the next one. No, not the next one. The next one's going to be the record keeper. This will be after. So I'm super excited to let you guys know how all that goes. Thank you for joining me again today. It's so nice for all of you who are supporting my channel, for somebody with social anxiety and is definitely the furthest thing from perfect, and I don't try to be. I just try to be me, and for the first time, it's paying off to be me, because, when you overcome what it takes for you to be the leader that you were meant to be, it's pretty incredible. I've been healing and helping a lot of people, and it's overwhelming, and I'm just so blessed and filled with gratitude to the universe to allow me to be here right now, to be doing this with you guys. So, love, light, and blessings, and I will see you on the next video.